Jones going to sing one for you before we get into the interview. Go ahead, Hennessy. Whenever you're ready, C. Go ahead, Hennessy.
Let's go. Yeah. Now. Hey, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. I'm so amazing. Okay, driving in the fast lane, driving in the fast lane, driving in the fast lane, sing, driving in the fast lane, oh, 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 driving in the fast lane, driving in the fast lane, I am driving in the fast lane, driving in the fast lane, oh, 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 oh. I got an SL Mercedes-Benz. I know, jump in. It's your decision to leave your friends. Are they your friends? Tell your girls jump in. I'm willing to hit the nearest E-way, not Ohio Payway. Tell your girls to make a day. I'll get my boys on the way, get my boys on the way. So now, so now, so now, are you getting in or out, or out, or out? Cause I'm 2 seconds from driving in the fast lane, 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 oh, 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 driving in the fast lane, got me driving in the fast lane, driving in the fast lane, driving in the fast lane, oh, 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 oh. Ain't no surprise when you're in my car. I'm hitting switches like a shooting star. Oh, where's the Henny? Yeah, I'm in my car, in my car. I'm willing to hit the nearest E-way, not Ohio Payway, not Ohio Payway. Tell your girls to make a day. I'll get my boys on the way, get my boys on the way. So now, so now, are you getting in or out, or out, or out? Cause I'm 2 seconds from driving in the fast lane, driving in the fast lane, driving in the fast lane, I'm driving in the fast lane. Oh, 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 I am driving in the fast lane. Got me driving in the fast lane. Oh, 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 everybody sing, driving, 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 sing, oh, 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 driving in a fast lane, 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 oh, 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 oh.
Great job, Hennessy. Great job. Okay, Hennessy, you can switch cameras, Mark, if you want. There you go. So how long you been rapping for, Hennessy?
I've been singing.
Singing, sorry.
Writing songs. I've been writing songs probably since like 16, but I've been probably singing for probably like 2 or 3 years. Probably.
I heard you write songs for other people, too.
Yes, sir.
Who would that be?
Well, we just did the night before Christmas. I was Tierra Marie. That is the mixtape. And I'm working with I've been working with mad artists, R&B artists from Cleveland, Houston. It's the DLC girls. They out of Atlanta, Georgia. They've been on, y'all seen them on 106 in Park probably. They've been all over the place. I mean, so like I said, I'm just, working on pop now. So, I really conquered R&B, so I'm working on pop now. So.
Has any of your songs been on the, well, say, featured on the radio?
Actually,
that
yes.
you've written.
My first single off my album, Fall in Love, which is the song is titled Fall in Love, which I'll be singing later on today, is actually being featured on 107.9 right now, so I'm pretty excited about that.
107.9. Cool. When you do you do all the mix yourself, or you work with somebody in the studio with your mixtape?
Well, see, when I was writing, when I was writing songs, you sort of have to produce too. So it's sort of like you can't go around like, well, I don't want to produce. You sort of have to come up with the melody and the sound yourself. So I say 60% of the beats, I come up with myself, and then if I can't do it, I bring somebody else in, and then most definitely I collab with other producers. So.
What do you think about artists that actually use a voice controller to control their voice for their music? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, if they use it like I feel like
on every album or whatever, make them sound way better.
I don't do that, so I don't really agree. I just feel like if you have the natural talent, you should be able to do it. I mean, I feel like on some party records, yeah, you can just a little bit, but not you auto-tune it or you because when you get on stage, you perform live, people are going to tell it's not really you singing.
Well, you're talking about Britney Spears and all the rest, too, out there that do that.
Right.
Did you hear what happened to her while she was singing? Somebody actually listened into her headphones.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't her singing at all because her mic was on.
Mm-hmm.
It was all voice track.
Wow.
A lot of the artists do that. They use a voice track instead of them singing,
right,
because they know they can't sing.
Right.
Because the studio can do amazing things. You can have the worst singer sound like incredible, but they're terrible.
Me as a songwriter, I pretty much was like, it's been people who I know they've hum in front of me before, and I'll be like, they actually make tracks. But then when I get in, now that I'm actually singing, and the producers are like, and the engineers are like, they got this they can do to actually fix your vocals and make it seem like you're hitting that note, and you're really not hitting it. So I'm like, now I'm understanding why these studio singers are actually doing what they're doing. So.
Because actually, I have a box back here that can make any singer sound incredible. I don't use it. I only used it for one band when I first started the Wild Night Radio, actually Wildside. And the guy uses this box now. He has it on the floor. Right. So anytime he wants to sing a different song, he hits it to change his vocal. I'm like, well, to me, that's cheating. If you can't sing it normally, why sing it?
Yeah.
Where would you like to see yourself in 5 years?
5 years.
That's a long time.
If I can't have a #1 single or a #1 album, I would like to successfully written a #1 single for another artist.
What do you think about the Ohio Hip Hop Awards?
Honestly, I think it's a great opportunity for independent artists to get their music out there and to get their fan base out there. And the only thing I would like to bring up, I know a lot of artists, I've talked to a lot of indie artists, and they say, well, I don't feel like I have to pay for a showcase, or I don't feel like I have to, showcases aren't free. And a lot of people, when they do music, they get into this business thinking because you can sing or you can rap, people are going to just, everything is free. No, music is a business like any other. So,
well, we're free. So Wild Night Radio, actually the Wild Side, is free for any artists out there. I mean, the reason why is just what you said. Everybody's making you guys pay. Everything you get, you got to pay. Everything's coming out of your pocket. There's nobody actually doing for you except yourself.
Right.
And how much money you go through all the time with all the different things.
A lot.
Because I spent a lot of money keeping this place running.
Right.
And basically, artists got to learn one thing. I'm here for you. I'm not here to slam you or anything else. I've never, ever since I've been running this going on 4 years, ever slammed an artist.
Right.
Ever. I got upset with artists. Yes, I did. When you bring 3 songs to a studio, that's pretty... a 2-hour show and bring 3 songs. Now, that ain't cool. That's not cool at all. And just want to talk for the rest of the night before you go to a gig. No, that don't work in my eyes. Out there, other than you, who's another upcoming artist that you think's phenomenal in the Lorain area?
In the Lorain area?
In the Lorain area.
I can't honestly I don't know, I haven't really heard a lot of Lorain area artists. I know Flame Gang. I know they've been, doing their thing. I've only listened to maybe like 1 or 2 songs, but I did like them. It's only really like one. I've only heard like 1 or 2 artists.
Okay, we're gonna broad out Cleveland area.
Cleveland area. I have to get this shout out.
Ohio area. It doesn't matter. The Ohio section.
I can do. Let's see. I got Young Wise from Columbus, Ohio. Ray Jr., Young Ray from Cleveland, Erica Kane doing her thing, Pooh Gutta, a lot of people.
What about Machine Gun Kelly?
Most deaf. I feel like at the beginning of his career I didn't really follow it, but now it's phenomenal rapper. Phenomenal.
I am shocked what I heard from him because a white rapper. I mean, yeah,
Right.
you've got Eminem. You got other ones up and coming.
Right.
This like Maluk. I don't know if you've heard of Maluk. Maluk has been on the show. His first time ever being on a show. The guy was incredible too. I mean, I was
Right.
like, I was amazed because he had, when he was doing, he raps. When he was doing his rapping, he was all for it. It wasn't like timed or anything else. He was just for it. I mean, it was
Right.
all personal. It wasn't just baloney. When you write your songs, are they about life or life that happened to you, like Fastlane? What was Fastlane about?
Fastlane was really because me as a songwriter, me as an artist, like when I transverse as an artist, like I see myself as like I don't want to do just an artist like, oh, he's just another Trey Songz or another Chris Brown. He's just writing about sex and he's writing about. I wanted to bring real love life relationships and stuff that people go through. A lot of times you don't hear a lot of male R&B artists talking about some of the hard stuff single mothers go through. And, you know, I have a single mother right here who will let you know, it's a lot of stuff that you go through. So, in the way I talk to people like her and other people, and they tell me about what they go through, and I say, you know what? It's not even females out there really talking about it. They're so worried about their man and their relationship and money and cars. I'm like, well, where's the real females coming out here talking about the single mothers doing what they need to do? Even single fathers, back and forth. So I really talk about real life situations, and I really think it's time to veer away from, we'll party, we'll have be intercourse, there'll be all types of stuff, but at the end of the day, people want to feel good about turning on their radio. And Fastlane was just a party. Like I haven't did a lot of party songs. So I'm like, let's just do a party song. And what I like to do when I drive on the freeway, I ain't gonna lie. Hypothetically, Ohio State patrols. I go 90, 100 miles an hour on the freeway. So.
I got pulled over in Lindale. I don't know if you know where Lindale is.
No, not really.
Doing about 115 miles an hour in an S10 pickup truck. And they asked me, how do you know how fast you were going? I said, I think about 75. He said, well, you're doing 115 miles an hour. I said, you got to be crazy. Plus, I was drunk, too. They didn't know it. I says, you got to be crazy. There's no way this S10 can go that fast.
Right.
Well, we clocked you at that. I'm like, your gauges are off. And I'm going to court, vice versa, on and on. Well, they knocked it down to 60,
Right.
65, because back then, 55, they knocked it to 65.
Right.
Still high penalty. Definitely you want to call the studio, area code 440-319-6264, or toll free 1-800-555-5015. Talk Tennessee Jones. And the message board is there for you. Definitely is there for you.